Locked and Chosen. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. Today, I don't like to always do this, and so I'm going to preface this with this is not an attempt to bash a business, but to just educate the community and then educate as a business to just do better. I do small business consulting. I have my own business. As a matter of fact, I have several businesses and a nonprofit. So this is coming from a place of, at this point, frustration, disappointment, and it should not have got to this point. On October 1st, I placed an order for the big drip bottles of oil from Therapy by Jay, and it was advertised as the big bottles being returned to stock. So again, I purchased on the premise of thinking that the item was in stock and hoping with paying very high shipping for priority to receive the item within a reasonable time frame. And it did say on the website to expect a delay of 7 to 14 business days due to COVID. And so that was understandable. But at around week 3, I hadn't got an update, hadn't got any kind of communication about the status of the order. And so I reached out inquiring about the order. Again, just the responses that I received, I was very disappointed in the initial responses. It was always each time I give a week to reply and follow, and it was like, oh, it's going out today. Then another week would go by and I get another, oh, it's going out today. And I didn't even get a tracking number until October 31st. I'm not very patient to begin with, so the fact that I allowed it to go 3 weeks before I even inquired from the business owner to find out the status. And initially I thought, oh, okay, they were receptive to what I had to say. And everything I'm saying to you guys, I said to them is that, okay, you can't not communicate with your customers. You advertise this item as being in stock. And then I got what I felt like were excuses. And it took several emails in and several conversations before I even got an apology. And for me, I work also as a regular job. And so I often apologize, even if it's not my fault, even if it happened in another department. Saying I'm sorry and owning your stuff really does go a long way, especially with me. And I want to support our businesses, but we got to have a better response. We've got to be we just have to do better. If you're going to price it, especially at the price that I paid, I expect extreme customer service. I expect excellence. I operate in excellence. When I fail, I own it and I reach out. So again, October 31st, I got the tracking number and I let it go for I think another week or so before I followed up. I kept checking tracking. Tracking never moved. I run a business, so I understand how UPS and shipping labels and scanning labels and all those things work. And so it never moved. So I reached back out again and say, hey, there's no movement. Again, I got what I thought or I felt like was another excuse. And it's that, oh, well, that's not my problem. After I ship it, they picked it up. Okay, fine. Maybe they're busy. Mail has been a little strained due to COVID, so I gave it another pass. So now we're approaching Thanksgiving, and I still don't have my order. And I filed a claim. I reached out and filed a claim with the Postal Service. And when I reached back out again, I think the last conversation was, well, if you don't receive it by the 14th of November, then we're told to reship it. So she said she filed a claim, which at this point, I don't need the oil. At this point, I've given up on you, and I'm gonna be honest, and hopefully I'm not sounding angry because I have, I don't want to put my business out there for it to seem like I'm bragging, but I spent a lot of money from October till now supporting Black-owned businesses. The entire time of COVID, I have supported small businesses. Our local restaurants, anybody that I know is selling something. I have friends that have their own business. I've supported them. I have purchased everything. I know if you look at my YouTube channel, is not about a gift. I've gotten one item for free. And that was the photo shoot. So everything, as much as I ride hard for another company, I purchase those items. I'm not an influencer or a brand ambassador with them. I just rock with what I rock with, and when I find something good, I share it with my people. So again, November 14 goes around, I still nothing. So once I filed the claim, I just got tired of reaching out to the owner because I didn't like the response. And I was never offered the option of a refund. So for me, I didn't feel like I was getting the opportunity or the appreciation for the customer to make sure I have a great customer service experience. Never was offered a refund, never asked what I wanted, never said, how can I make this right? I ordered a t-shirt from another company, and immediately the owner apologized about sending the wrong item, told me to keep that item, and apologized. Even though that indiscretion was, to me, was smaller, the dollar amount was lower. But again, excellence in customer service, and the expectation is always to make your customer happy. And the claim stayed pending, and today, miraculously, look what shows up. And the label is half off, so it's a wonder I got it. There is one piece of tape across the top. So again, if you know your product got lost to begin with, you first of all, make sure the label is on there. Make sure things are secure. You know, again, yeah, nice branding, and I appreciate that. You know, guys, I love branding. But at this point, I don't want an oil. I want my money back. I paid a significant amount of money plus shipping, and this to me doesn't resolve the issue. So again, if you follow me, you know, and those that know me know I am very uplifting. I believe in helping my sisters. I immediately DM some of the locked people in the community. When somebody's going through something, I'm there in their box with an encouraging word or saying, girl, you did that. You know, I believe in uplifting each other, but at the same time, you can't take for granted the fact that I supported you to be dismissive. And I understand things happen and life happens. And like I told the business owner, an apology goes a long way. And it took way too long to get the apology. So I'm really disappointed. And I'm going to post this. I went back and forth between not saying anything. I don't want to feel like I'm putting a company on blast. Others may not have had this experience, but it almost makes me not want to use the oil. And I may just resell it to somebody because this is a hard to get item. And I'm a person who believes in energy and spirits and attitude, and I'm very particular about what goes in my hair. And I feel like if your spirit is right, I can't use your product. And at this point, you know, I decided to post it because, again, I don't want it to seem like I'm only just posting everything is wonderful and life is great. I'm about transparency and honesty. And so I am posting this to talk about my experience. And again, others may not have had this experience. I've seen other products that have gone out. I've seen some products that got sent to influencers that didn't look like the packaging that I received. And that's advertised. So again, don't be so excited or providing excellence to influencers who has 20,000 people, and because I only have a few hundred, you feel like I'm not valuable as a customer. That says a lot. And I'm not about numbers again, but I have influence, and I'm not saying that as to brag, but just be careful how you treat people. I was taught early on, you know, I grew up with blue collar workers. I was one of the first in my family to go to college. And so I understand. And so I work at a place that has hierarchy and levels. And I treat our housekeepers and our janitors with the same level, if not more respect than I do for the chancellor of the university. I call them by their first name, but I reference the housekeeper as Ms. and Mr. so that they feel a level of respect. And that's important to me. So again, this is not about bashing, but just we got to do better. We have to do better. And so that's the end of my rant. Thank you for tuning in. I did not mean for this video to be this long, but again, it was important for me to share my experience, the good, the bad, the ugly. And what you'll get from me as I travel this locked journey is a place of honesty and transparency. And for me, that was my experience. And I had previously congratulated this person because their locks and their work as a stylist is amazing. But if you can't translate that same excellence to your side hustle or your additional line of income, you got to treat every customer with that respect. So again, it's about us doing better as a people. It is about us treating everyone with a level of equality. You know, we've got people fighting in the streets for Black Lives Matter. It's about being heard, seen, and included. And we can't make distinctions between the levels. So again, guys, thank you for joining. For those who stayed on for a long time, I'm sorry for being long-winded, but I'm not sorry for the video. It is going to be what it's going to be, and I appreciate your support. Feel free to DM me or inbox me. If you follow me on Instagram, it's Locked and Chosen, with the N, LOCDN, Chosen, CHOSEN. Feel free to hit me up in my DMs. I'll respond. But again, I just want us to do better as a people. Thanks for joining. Have a great day.